Rookie here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
Well. After last night, I didn't think I'd make it in to do another episode of the podcast. It's Pat and JT.
Yeah, IRL. This is the post-fight show.
Post-game wrap up.
So last night was the fundraiser for the B&B Boxing Academy. If you hadn't heard about it, we kind of talked about it, well, a couple, 3, 4, 5 times.
A lot,
some tickets, etc. That they were having celebrity fight night, and they had 4 matches scheduled, and we're selling tickets in order to raise money for the B&B facility, which is boxing and wrestling, but way more than that. Just to kind of hit on that for a second, is that Terence Crawford, world-known, world-class boxer, has his facility in North Omaha that they're putting together and really getting it organized and kind of and even expanding to include the wrestling side of it now as well. But it's more of a place for kids to hang out for free, but they're held accountable. And it might be some mentoring, might be some tutoring, might be some physical activity. There's just a little bit of everything that's available to them in a place to expend some energy in a good way.
Yeah.
And just a great group of people. If you get a chance to check out their website, it's really cool. I was looking at it just earlier this week, and they're updating and changing and adding to all the time. But you can see who's all on their team, and it is really a super group of people from all walks of life that are trying to get this thing up and running and doing a great job at it.
Yeah.
So, and you got to work with Terence a little bit too.
I did. Well, yeah, and as one of the fighters last night, and I use that term very lightly, fighters.
You were in the ring, man.
I was in the ring, and we use these big, huge, puffy gloves, and the fact that these gloves are puffy is really overplayed because they are big, they're puffy, but they're heavy.
How much do you think they weigh?
160 pounds. After the first couple punches.
By the end of the third round, how much did they weigh?
These things. So yeah, I was going against Mike Stibbs from the Zone, and he is. I forgot how big of a guy he is. I mean, this isn't me justifying.
He's well, when they told you who they were trying to plan another matchup.
Yeah.
So they had 3 rounds with guys, and then 1 round with the girls. And they needed somebody to fill that 3rd round, and hey, absolutely you would. And then they said that Stibbs was going to be fighting, and
I just forgot how big he was.
The pictures, it's just such an extreme when you see the pictures of you two together, or the video of you two fighting.
It's on our Facebook page.
Go check it out.
It's Pat and JT on Facebook. And so the height. Okay. First of all, I got my butt kicked. We'll just lead with that. We'll just lead with that. And then we'll go and talk about.
But it was a split decision.
Okay,
hold on.
It was a sympathy one. So yeah, it was a split decision. So yeah, I got my butt kicked in this fight. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time. But yeah, he was about 6-8 inches taller than me. Probably had me by 100 pounds.
And by how many? The wingspan.
And
Let's just start there.
Yeah, his arms are probably 6-8 inches longer than mine were, and that makes a big difference. Huge difference. Everybody has a costume. Mike Stibbs was Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
And originally, he was going to be Hulk Hogan, and I was going to be Andre the Giant.
Until we looked up Andre the Giant's costume. And I know that's not fair. Well, yes, it is, because it was tough to find something like this. Because Andre the Giant, I had it pictured in my head the minute you said that, and I never watched wrestling.
Yeah.
Ever. Andre the Giant, though, just kind of stays in your memory once you've seen him one time.
Yeah.
And he always wore, it was like that caveman style leotard or unitard. It wasn't even really, because it was
just ugly.
It wasn't even like a wrestling onesie type thing, because it didn't have legs. It was more like a swimming suit. A one-piece swimming suit with only one strap.
Basically like a toga, like an advanced toga.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was gross. So and I was still going to roll with it because I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what to dress like. I have no clue. I was going to roll with it. Was going to go look for some, and Beth was going to like take one of the sides off. And she finally was like, listen, your niece is going to be there. Your daughter's going to be there. Are you sure? Because
you're going to have to do some manscaping to wear that.
A ton. And I got really got to thinking. It would be like
wearing a Speedo from the hips down.
Yes. And go back to last night. Everyone in my family was there. Everybody was there. And so thank God, fast forward back to when I decided not to be Andre the Giant. Thank God, best decision ever. And I was just driving home one day and I thought, a couple days, actually like the day before the fight.
I think it was literally maybe 2 days, but I think it was the day before.
Man, and I decided I wanted to be Damon. Go as Damon Benning because he's one of the judges.
You sent me a text and said, "What if I go as Damon Benning?" And I'm like, "What exactly does that look like?"
Right? Oh man,
we got to be really careful here. Now hold on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very careful.
I was like, "Wait a minute, dude. We don't want to cross any lines."
We just started our podcast.
Right?
Don't go there. Yeah.
I don't want to get that kind of headline.
Right. Not yet.
Oh, Pat, no, not yet.
So
they don't understand.
I called Shields. Shields had one red practice jersey, football practice jersey left.
Schmedium.
It was a schmedium, and it was all of that schmedium too.
I saw it, and I was like, "Wow,
Yeah.
that's gonna be snug."
It was either that or an XXL. So
doesn't that see? It's just like me the other day when I was shopping at Target.
yeah.
Everything in my size is always gone.
Right.
It's always
not
gone.
fair.
Either suck it up or swim in it.
Suck it up. That could be the name of our podcast today. So, So then I called Matt Verzal. I'm like, man, he played for the Huskers national championship.
Yeah.
Maybe he has a helmet. And I was coincidentally, he was in Omaha. I was in Lincoln. He's like, hey, I called my mom. Just go to the house. It's in. First of all, he's like, okay, this is a national championship helmet that was worn in the Orange Bowl. It still has the 18 Brooke Behringer sticker on the back, Orange Bowl sticker on the
Probably still
legit.
probably still has some turf in it too.
It's got sweat.
There's really?
Sweat. Oh, there's
Little grass
sweat marks.
stains, sweat marks. And good thing both your domes are about the same size.
And actually, yeah, I was kind of nervous. Yeah. But yeah, there's some verse sweat in there still. So he's like, yeah, my mom's got it. He said, she's going out to meet some friends, have a couple beers. So it's in the garage in a paper bag. I'm thinking, dude, this is your national championship helmet.
This is like people have Oscars.
Right.
And they say, oh, just go in the third bedroom. It's in the closet on the second shelf.
On the stack of ESPN magazines. No, what do you?
No,
So
you got-
by the time I get to her house, she had already taken it, just set it on the front porch in a baker's sack, like a paper bag. I thought, oh my gosh, what?
Nobody was stealing it off the porch. Nobody. No, you just walked up and grabbed it.
Just walked up and grabbed it. So yeah, I had the
God.
legit, really
you had-
heavy Husker helmet, by the way, and the heaviness will play into the story later on because it was really heavy.
Oh my God.
And then Beth stayed up until like 10:30 or 11 the other night and painting a 21 and that name Benning on the back of this jersey, and it was legit. She did a great job.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
And then now you completed it. Did you have the black sneakers or you didn't have?
I have black
couldn't go
sneakers,
that
but they're
far?
my yard shoes, and I didn't want to. And I didn't want to wear my yard shoes.
So just
in
the
there.
top, just the top half was
Yeah, I
enough.
had my blue Brooks on in there, so
Okay, all right. So not football pants,
not football pants.
just shorts, regular shorts.
Yeah, I
So-
actually called around. Played Against Sports doesn't sell anything but footballs and tees, so they don't have any pants. I'm like, I'll even wear girls' softball pants. I don't care.
seriously.
Yeah, but then I just ran out of time.
You've known about this for a month.
a long time, but I knew about me being DB for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
So I had to make up some ground.
All right, so then that changed everything because in your walkout music was going to be
it was going to be Thunder by Imagine Dragons, just because I'm like, I don't know what to walk out.
which is a good song.
And when I get there last night,
Great
they're like,
walkout
"Why don't
song.
you have the tunnel walk?" I'm like, "Oh, this is great." And we at the beginning, when you walk out, you're flanked by police officers, and before this whole thing started, you flipped a coin, and whether your coach was going to be Terence Crawford or it was going to be Mo, yeah. And I flipped a coin, and I got Terence. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome. So they had smoke. I'm like, Terence and I are going to walk out with cop. This could be one of the best days of my life. I'm going to wear.
Terrence is going, oh my God.
I know. And he's such a good guy. He's so funny. Thank God he gets it.
I know.
So we decided to do the tunnel walk, and I'm
Did
the
you guys
first
have to
fight.
like weigh in and back and get ready and take pictures and face
by
off?
weighing in,
Did
you
you do
mean-
like face off? With
We
get
should
the
have
pictures face to face.
There's a video that's going to come out. B&B Boxing's putting together a legit video,
Okay.
and there was a lot of smack talk in the back, and
Okay.
Terrence and his cut man getting in each other's face, and Terrence giving me some tips, and I'm like, when he was giving me tips, looking at me, I had my helmet on, right? Figuratively
I'm
and
just
literally.
the only person in the building in a helmet.
I know. Yeah, that's true.
Looking back on that now, are you rethinking that? Probably wasn't a good idea.
Any other helmet? Yes. Husker National Championship. That's why I'm saying it could be the greatest day of my life.
Seriously,
Because I'm sitting
your
there.
head's in a Husker helmet.
A legit Husker helmet. I've got Terence Crawford, world champion boxer, giving me tips on how to fight, and he's screaming at me, and
Were you scared?
No, it was awesome. It was awesome. So that video will be
pumped.
out soon.
Okay.
Super pumped.
Okay.
So then the music starts and we start walking out. And Damon didn't know I was going to be him yet. I was
Right.
going to go and show up at the party dressed as Damon. He's a judge, which is ringside. And at the end of each match, it's kind of like Dancing with the Stars. After you fight, each judge gets to rate you and critique you, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was a total surprise. So he thought it was awesome. Damon was taken, he was
Totally
surprised.
shocked.
Totally shocked.
Totally shocked. Yes.
And then so we get up and we put on the gloves, right? And
As a
these
matter
gloves-
of fact, in one of the videos, I was just going to mention too, in one of the videos, if you look real close, they did happen to catch him in the video. And the look on his face when he realized his name, I'm sure he recognized the 21. And probably, but when he actually saw his name, when you turned around and you
I haven't
flexed.
seen that.
And I think he just about died. Because it was like, okay, now all of a sudden it's like he has skin in the game.
Right.
Because his name's in the ring.
Well, I know
his name's in the ring.
I knew that I solidified one vote right there. I don't care what happened in this fight. I got DB's vote, I think.
He couldn't. You were like his own child.
Yeah,
At that
that's
point.
right.
You were family.
100%.
Right? Okay.
And on the way out to the ring too, I dabbed and totally screwed
It was
up.
awful.
It was bad.
Awful.
Because what I wanted to do in my mind, I was going to do the Heisman pose, and then I like instantly was going to change to dab, and I did a hybrid of the two.
It was a high
Tab?
dab.
I don't know.
I don't
It was
know. It
awful.
was you could tell that's the legs were doing the Heisman and your arms were doing a dab and your head was doing the dab.
Yeah, it was bad.
And it was terrible.
It was so embarrassing.
Such a dad thing.
It was. And also, too, if anybody that's listening to this was there, because we had some people that won some tickets from our
Yeah.
podcast, that my family got these big, huge, giant blow up heads of mine, like almost like fat heads on the wall, but they were fat heads. It's huge.
You can see them in a couple pictures.
It's awesome.
Your cheering section was over there. I saw, all together. And yeah, you saw there's probably 3 or 4 of those giant heads.
Yeah, I think there were
Yeah.
2 for sure. There may have been 3,
Yeah.
but I was in a zone. I didn't hear anything. Because of the helmet, and I couldn't see anything.
You probably couldn't see out because it was a little. Was it a little big?
It was a little. Actually, it was a little big, and I think that ended up saving me a little bit because when we got into the ring and got 3 1-minute rounds, right? And if you think 1 for anybody that says 3 minutes isn't a long time, ladies, it's
Okay.
a long time.
Okay,
So-
it used to be for this celebrity match. This is only the second or third
year.
time they've done it.
Second
So
year,
the
yeah.
first year they did it, it was 3-minute rounds because
Yep.
DB did it. Mm-hmm. The 3-minute rounds, and they said, everybody was, athlete or no, everybody was gassed.
Yeah.
3 minutes with those gloves on
That's what it is.
and the adrenaline. And everything else going,
Yeah.
That it was
too
too
much.
much. So they decided to back it down to a minute for each round. And I think, and you said there was discussion in the backstage, so to speak, about the 1 minute. Maybe we should go 3 seconds,
It's just
30
it's-
seconds.
It's a lot.
Maybe just a couple rounds.
Even because Creighton's women's head basketball coach and their soccer coach, they fought and they were gassed afterwards. Like,
Yeah.
man, that's tough.
Exactly. There were legit athletes that were doing this. Not that you aren't.
Oh, well, thanks for
wasn't-
qualifying that.
I was gonna say.
After this morning when it hurts to drink my water. And I work out every morning at Kosama, every morning, and I am sore. I'm so sore today.
So you can imagine anybody that doesn't work out regularly.
Right.
They got to be feeling it.
They're a
today.
hot mess today.
But-
So
oh
we get
my
in
God.
to start the match, and the 3 minutes went by. It was an eternity.
3 1-minute rounds.
But it
And
was.
then would you have like a minute in between each round or 30 seconds?
It's probably 30 seconds. I honestly don't remember because as soon as the first round, I knew I was outmanned. The first 15 seconds because and Stibbs and I were both having fun. Like we weren't taking it seriously at all. But you can't help it with these heavy gloves and with his big old paws coming down on me. Like I was getting my ass handed to me.
He was-
I couldn't get, and the helmet wasn't. The helmet was helped because they let me keep the helmet on, so that was a blessing and a curse because it kept every degree of heat from my head on my face.
So he wasn't hitting your head.
Oh yeah, he was.
Well, he was hitting your helmet,
Oh, but not my head.
but not your head.
Right.
But you were baking inside.
Yeah, and
And he towered over you. I mean, he was just like windmilling.
I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it.
Boom, boom, just coming down over the top.
Yeah, I could not get my footing. I'm like, I'm getting my butt kicked in front of my kids. My wife is here. It was just, and so that first round got over, and I kind of like dazed. I'm like, what? And staggering back to the corner, and Terence puts the stool up for me to sit down, and he's like, dude, you need some water. And I'm like, I am tired. And there was no water on, so he went and grabbed the bottle of water. He poured it through my face mask. I'm like,
you're drowning.
He goes, waterboarded. He goes, I don't know how this is going to work, but we got to do this. And he literally poured it. But in my head, I'm thinking, I'm sitting here, and the world champion boxer is pouring water in my face through a Husker helmet. Does it get any better than this?
This is true. This is true.
And
hot.
there are
Totally hot.
And there are some pictures up there of that moment right before of him on his hands, like with screaming.
Yeah,
my face. It's awesome.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't have like bottles with, that
they were
squirt.
They were supposed to.
Oh,
but they were just not close.
Okay,
they were not close.
They weren't prepared for the
squirties.
helmet, I'm sure.
No, they didn't have the squirties with the long dealy.
Yeah, they
like
just
Rocky.
weren't prepared for somebody with a helmet.
No. Which could be the title of this podcast. So he's like, dude, he goes, Terence says, after I sat back down, he said, you need some water. He goes, you're getting your butt kicked. He goes, you need to keep your hands up and keep moving. I said, I can't, Terence, I'm tired. He goes, it's round one. Keep your hands up.
It's been 1 minute.
It's been 1 minute. And I said, and he's like, just come on, you got it. And he's like showing me these, like what to do. I'm like, I'm not registering this at all. Yeah. I can't even see his hands are moving so quick. Like, you got to slow down the example.
I've got sweat in my eyes.
Oh God. So then they ding. Go second round is basically like the first, but worse. Just get more tired. And I'm thinking, when that one's over, I go back to the corner, and Terrence's like, okay, listen. Back him into my corner. Back him into the corner. He goes, and I'll trip him. I swear. I said, okay. I said, really? He goes, yeah, I'll trip him. So, and he's like, really? He goes, really do it. I said, okay, I'll try. So I know my plan now is that I'm going to try to back Stibbs into the corner.
My plan is I'm going to cheat.
And I looked down, and Terence was out by the edge of the ring looking at me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try. So I get out there, and there's no directing Stibbs. I mean, he's completely in control of this entire fight. Oh so I'm trying to get him turned around, but to back him up, and I kind of get him there. I get him like to the middle. And then I start backing into the ring, and Terence goes, no, him. Like, I don't know what to do.
You're gonna fall in your own trap.
I don't know what to do. So then,
I can't push him. I gotta lure him. I'll get him to chase me over here.
That's right. But I tried. It didn't work. So then it ended, and it was fun. It was a draw. Damon voted for me, and then Gina from the Cat, Gina, she voted for me. I think she just felt bad.
Pity party.
Yeah, but it's fine.
It was
a draw.
Fight,
I didn't lose, and Bennett was clear to point out that I didn't win either.
Don't have a belt, Dad.
Right.
I'm just gonna say no belt. No trophy.
And then we got done. We were walking down, and Terence, the first thing he said when I got out of the ring, he goes, you got your ass kicked. Yeah, I did. But it was fun. And I really didn't cool down for probably 15 minutes. I was so hot. I have new respect for a whole bunch of people. New respect for boxers in general.
It's not easy.
No. And
and like they say, that's one of the best workouts there are. And it's the most basic workout. And it is one of the best. It's like you really can't improve on it. Just the little things like the jumping rope. When you see somebody doing that, the boxers in particular, it blows my mind because it's not easy.
No.
It's not easy.
And then you put the adrenaline and the somebody trying to get you.
And then trying to, that whole...
It's nuts.
Just the whole thing is phenomenal. And you're right. Okay, so boxers,
and when you and taking a picture with Terence last night, you just put your arm around his waist and like you feel his, I don't know if those are ribs or abs. I don't know what. He's a rock solid mass.
Okay, do you remember when Pink was in town and we were backstage and we got pictures? And she put her arms around me, and I went to grab her too, and it was like hugging a concrete column.
Yeah, statue.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Lord.
She was rock.
And then she puts her arm around us. It's.
I'm cuddly.
Right.
I'm a little more cuddly. That was it. But she was like, thunk, and I was like, whoa.
Jeez.
And she's not even trying. She wasn't even flexing.
No.
So I'm sure
she's in chill mode.
I kind of have an idea. I hugged Pink once.
Lord.
So I would have to assume that's kind of like hugging Terence.
I would think so. So yeah, new respect for boxers, and I have a new respect for football players because of just the
Wearing
helmet,
the helmet.
in general. Yeah, because it's so
Can you imagine
heavy.
for the game? I mean, granted, when they're on the sidelines, that's why they pop their helmet off more than likely, just to get some air. And you can imagine if it's hot on the field.
Oh man, I can't. And it's just. I mean, they have big necks, like the football players do, bigger than mine. So they can probably hold it a little bit better. But at one point, Stibbs hit me, and my head went down, and it was like a 15-second
Trying to pull it back up.
It's like I almost went over it. Oh God, the helmet!
Like
Face
the
down.
Lollipop Guild.
Yeah.
We used to joke about that.
Yes.
So you're between your head and your hands.
Yeah.
You're having a hard time
Yeah.
standing up.
But it was. I did. But it was fun. It was a really good time. We had a great time, and the Sokol Arena, the new area on campus for Creighton.
I heard you like the
beautiful.
concrete a lot.
It was so cool. It was so.
Got done with the fight and just spread eagle on the concrete.
Back
just
in the back,
breathing.
It was It was so great. It was so much fun. It really was a lot of fun. I'm glad I did it. I will never do it again.
Christy?
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I'm done. One and done. But I did have a good time. I'll judge all day. Even Damon said that last night. He goes, I don't mind judging all the time. He goes, but not a chance. Well,
he won't do that again.
Nope.
He did, and he's like you, same, and like everybody. You want to help an organization out, and it's a lot of fun. But you want to spread the love. Let somebody else come in and have a chance.
Yeah.
That's a magnanimous side of you.
If I ever did it again, I would not have the 4 vodka Diet Pepsis before.
Okay, that's
at the
another
VIP party.
That was another thing that we need to address because your prep for the match probably went astray.
Definitely went astray because of that, and I don't know what they were, but they were like little bacon souffles. I ate about 14 of those
just before the match, like an hour before.
Yeah, I fought at 7. I was still eating them at 6:25.
There you go.
Yeah,
eating and drinking.
Eating and drinking.
Nothing. That's not
Like whatever.
Did you already know at that point what the gloves were going to be like?
Yes.
So did you get a chance to feel how heavy they were?
Yes, and we did.
Is that why you drank so much?
Because I knew they were heavy. Like I felt them like this is heavy, but they like multiply every 5 minutes the heaviness of them. Like it was just got worse and worse. And at one point during the fight, it was funny because it was during the second round. I did get some. I don't want to bag on myself too much. I got some shots.
You did
on
get some
Stibbs.
shots in. I saw.
I got maybe 3. Whatever, I'll take
Okay.
it. But one of them, one of the shots that I got on him, the gloves are like it's thick on the back, but where your hands are, it's just the material. It's not like no cushion.
Right.
So if you and Damon told me this before, it's like be careful because if you hit swing right, you could get fist right on the face. And I did that once to Stibbs. I went like this, and I'm on one of my helicopters. I jumped up, and I hit him on the face with my fist, and I go, "Oh my God, sorry!" in the fight. And he goes, "Dude," afterwards, he goes, "Man, during the fight, I almost busted out laughing." He goes, "You hit me, and then you apologized during a fight." I didn't know what because I knew I made solid contact with his face. I go, sorry, dude, sorry.
It's a chance you take. I'm sure he made contact with your helmet a couple times.
100 times.
Right?
Just watch the video. It's on our Facebook page. I got pounded.
His hand might be a little sore today.
I doubt it.
You don't think he... Well, okay,
maybe
not.
well, maybe.
Maybe, you know what I'm saying? He may have
Yeah.
made contact with the helmet
Yeah.
with his fist.
He deserves it then.
Well, it looked like, honestly, overall... everybody was really happy, and they had a successful evening, and a lot of people showed up. And the funny part is watching the videos of seeing some of the people that were there that you didn't know were there. Dave Wingert was out and about. Great to see them. And then, did you see the faces? Your face?
Mm-mm. I didn't see him
know
at
about
all.
him until later.
No, I had no idea till after my fight, and I got done, got off the concrete, and walked back around, and then walked up in the stands to watch the rest of the fights with my family. And I walked up and I saw the heads.
And then you saw him.
Yeah.
And you went, "Oh my God!"
Oh gosh.
You look around and nobody else has got
Right.
giant heads. And
Right.
Nobody
else does.
Awesome. That's great. That's super. Well, that's awesome though.
Yeah,
so
it was fun.
So you did it. You can say you did it. Been there.
Been there, done that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And maybe you get to judge next year.
Oh yeah, I would do that. It would be fun.
That's great. And you've got your Damon Benning Husker shirt. You gonna give Verz his helmet back?
Maybe. Maybe. We'll have to see about that
see
one.
what happens.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's great. Want to thank Kugler Vision for being a big supporter of our podcast. Honestly, couldn't be easier to tell people about what they do because we both believe in it. We both have had the procedure done. If you want to get rid of the glasses, get rid of the contacts. Go to kuglervision.com, set up that consultation. Give yourself the break, give yourself the option, and find out what's going on with your eyes' health and how your vision is. And if they can correct it, wow, you're going to be happy.
You'll love it.
Online, it is kuglervision.com. And all you got to do is click on that little consultation tab. Oh, and another thing, I got a note from Stephanie at Kugler. And she says, okay. Message received, write-in candidate.
Yes.
She says, we'll put you on the list.
All
I'm
right.
like, oh my God. I said, honestly, somebody told us that they wrote in that they heard about Kugler Vision on Pat and JT's podcast.
So if we're not on the list, write us in. If
Write
we're on
us
the
in.
list, click us. Click us.
Please do. While you're doing that click, there are other clicks too.
Yeah, there are other clicks, like on It's Pat and JT on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can also call us, which will get some voicemails in some future episodes. 402-403-9478. You guys, thank you for rating, reviewing, subscribing, and sharing our podcast. Thank you.
Pat and JT Podcast. A Parkville Media Production.